Uh-huh.
He kind of sort of right.
Yeah.
So this battle I would not. Cut off all the lights.
Right.
But then my jury gon' dance, and I'ma still win performance of the night.
Cut the lights off. Cut them off. Performance of the night. Rap to that man. You already know what it is, man. Salute to the subscribers, that notification gang. Got my guy with me.
Showtime SP to nobody that knows bodies. Bow!
Had to get with you some of the literature. This is like the first time of the week that we speak, and it's actually about battle rap.
What?
You know what I'm saying? Like, it's actual news that is pertinent and things that are going on and percolating in the battle rap game. And I was kind of surprised because, you know, I've been one to say that I felt like this is probably the worst battle rap summer. You know what I'm saying? Like, it really ain't a lot really wasn't popping. You know what I'm saying? And I see, you know, Euros putting a Summer Madness together. They got some people going over to London. You know, TBL just dropped the Murda Mook versus Hitman Faceoff. Insane work. We'll talk about that a little later. You got the whole John and Swamp going on. You got T-Rex and Sirius Jones going on. Like, it's been crazy. Let's just start there, yo. What's your thought? All right, so here's the deal. I didn't do a lot of like deep diving, you know what I'm saying? But I did see Chris's blog earlier, and I have been seeing some of the posts online. So what it seems like to me is Sirius Jones battled Big T, and Sirius Jones lost. You know what I'm saying? And I was one that said, you saw that battle, right? Okay, so I was one that said I didn't know what Sirius Jones was rapping about. You know what I'm saying? Like, I didn't know. Like, it just didn't resonate well. You know what I'm saying? I know Sirius Jones is. I've said this before. I've always felt like Sirius Jones is one of the most disrespected legends. You know what I'm saying, out there. But I felt like there were things that he did in his career that kind of helped, you know what I'm saying, truncate it and drag it down a lot. You know what I'm saying? Whether it be leagues, moves, things that were said, beefs that he had, the issue with Math Hoffa, like all of that, you know what I'm saying, combined, took away from Sirius Jones's luster. And let me just get this out because we're gonna be rapping for a little minute today,
keep
right?
cooking, keep cooking.
I felt like there were some moves, you know, like I don't have a personal issue with Sirius Jones. I rock with Sirius Jones. I've seen him before. You know, when I saw him, he told me, yo, Vada, man, you be talking about me, man, I'm gonna make sure you get it right. And he won the battle or did good in the John battle, and I gave him a lot of props, right? Right. So, moving along. Him and Dot Mob never really always seen eye to eye like that, because you know it was a lot of drama back in the day when Math got into the issue with Mook, with the, you know, him upside the head, and him and Rex. It's always been like a little static. But then the crazy thing is, when we were at Remy's event, Cancel Christmas, if I remember correctly, Murda Mook, Rex, and all of them came to the event with who?
Sirius Jones.
They was together.
Yeah.
So they've been cool. They haven't been cool. Like, it's at homecoming, they together. He's on stage. Baby, welcome to the party. Yo, Jones caught mad flack for being so closely affiliated with Dot Mob and his. What are going to keep on going to tell you about the Sirius Jones? Sirius Jones has always aligned himself, but under people. You know what I'm saying? Like when he was running around cool with Ice, it always looked like he was Ice Little Man.
He was screaming wolf love for a while.
He was screaming wolf love. Then he was running around with Dot Mob for a little bit. And it's like Jones, like like the one thing that Jones has always failed to do is continue to make, like when he goes on rants, like he'll go on rants and talk about people. You know what I'm saying? Like he gets mad at people and he'll talk his shit. Yeah. And I don't knock it, but I was like, I wish Sirius Jones' career would have been more highlighted with battles, because I don't got I can't tell you right now. In the last 5 years, I got 5 super standout performances from Sirius Jones. But I get an issue, I get some drama, I get all of this every now and then, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. But let's go further. So he had a battle with Big T, and he felt like Rex wasn't giving him no love, and Rex said that he lost the battle with him. He did lose the battle, you know what I'm saying? So now he's going at Rex, and he was saying, you know, that Rex fell out on the stage, so you know Rex is going to respond. And Rex said he had a heat. What he said, he had heat communication.
See,
I had a heat communication, a heat
convulsion,
a heat community. It was supposed to say heat exhaustion or whatever. But then Sirius Jones shoots a video on his block. You know what I'm saying? And it's like, oh my goodness, is this something that you even want to see at this point, Rex and Sirius Jones, like a battle, or no? You good?
I don't like watching my two uncles fight, especially if it's like in an altercation. If I see them on the corner and they both got the 40s, I don't like seeing it. But at the same time, if they scrapping, I'm watching. But it's not like I want to see that. Like, I don't want to see it. You know what I'm saying? If it get a little heated at the dominoes table, if it get heated at the spades table, yeah, go ahead, huh? knock each other out for all I care. But if it's this type of situation where it ain't leading to a battle,
right?
If it could lead to a battle, I okay. But if all of this is for a battle, it's a little extra. You know what I'm saying? I don't think that was right. That, you know what I'm saying, you making fun of Rex. You know what I'm saying, in that type of situation, that was a very scary situation for somebody. And, you know, as Rex, you know, in that standpoint, he also definitely Mayweather shouldered that joint. He said, "Yeah, I fell out, but I didn't get put out. Like I didn't
because it's like
I fell on the floor.
If you dig deep, I dig deeper.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? So it got to be tit for tat, right?
Yeah, and if this leading to a battle, maybe. But at the same time, I really think it is just a misunderstanding. I do think that cooler heads could prevail, and once again, I'm a big fan of. Everybody don't need to know what's going on between us, unless it's a miscommunication. And if you got your number changed, or you blocked your number, or got a different phone or something like that, and then you reach it out to the world, that's different. But if you got my number, call me, bro.
All right, so that's that. You know what I mean? And I just saw it, and I saw that they was going at each other.
What's going on with the Swamp and John?
Oh, good. Wait, let's get right to that. So this is crazy, right? So I found out recently that they're battling. I guess John and Swamp are actually battling. So how I found out, because Swamp said it inside the video he was interviewing with Hip Hop Is Real today. Shout out to Knowledge of God. Hip Hop Is Real and all that they do. I was watching the shorts, you know what I'm saying? Because they be putting the little YouTube joints on the shorts. And on Instagram, too. You follow Hip Hop Is Real, like all their interviews. That's one thing I will say that they do well. On Twitter, too. They're always posting the videos, you know what I'm saying? So you going to see it. If you in battle rap, you going to see it. Whether you by force or by choice, it's coming down the timeline, right? So I saw Swamp mentioning how whenever he dissed John, that he takes it all serious and stuff, but he was talking about, yo, you got artists out here saying that they didn't get paid for events, because how this really came back to the light was Jay Mills had the interview with Goods. And in the interview, Jay Mills was mentioning how he didn't get paid by John until like 2 weeks after the event, and then Goods was like, and then Jay Mills said, "Y'all didn't fuck you," and walked out the interview and shit.
I watched that whole interview too.
But it brings it back to this. Like John gets really defensive in correspondence to the trajectory of the verbal disses that's thrown at him. You know what I mean? Like it happens often because like these artists will come out, and I think when you look at it from the holistic perspective, I want you to think of it like this. So artists that are in these battles at the time, if somebody gives you, let's say it like this, if you paint my house and I don't got all the money for you, right? You're not gonna automatically go out there and say, man, fuck him, he ain't paid me, this bitch ass nigga, y'all did the first day, you know what I'm saying? No, because you still want your money. Yeah. You see what I'm saying? So what happens
that's how I'm calling you.
So what happens is these guys don't get their money and they keep quiet, but then after a while they start talking, you know what I'm saying? Like, oh, this is what happened at the event, yada yada. And we hear it behind the scenes, but because sometimes artists will come directly to bloggers and be like, yo, this happened, and want us to say something, and I'll be like, yo, I'm not saying that. Because if you ain't saying nothing, I don't want to break the story. And then the whole world be mad at me again. You know how I go with me. If I break a story, you better have a vest on, you know what I'm saying? Like, golly, like, bro, I can't. So I be like, when they be coming to me, I be telling you about it too. Like, yo, this person came to me and said woo-de-woo, not about just this in general. So long story short. But
nor am I going on Instagram going, yo, just got off the phone with Vada.
Yeah, look, he told me
that John ain't paid. No.
So they was like, Swamp is basically saying that I'm gonna diss you about whatever I want, you know what I'm saying? Like, this is the promo, like I'm promoting for the battle. And, you know, some people, they do promo where it's just, you know, battle shit, I'm better than you, they go back and forth. The other people, they go, like, with the disses, you know what I'm saying, and start talking about whatever's out there. And I just feel like when it comes to battling and battle rap, like John, he always going to be who he is. He's had a legendary career. But it is kind of wild when you got, like, multiple artists that are coming out about the same thing. It's not like this is like the boy who cried wolf. It's like mad niggas be saying this shit. Like, it ain't like something that niggas is just coming up with out of nowhere. Now, if it was like a league that's, let's say TBL, right? With the rep that they're building right now. Let's say an artist came out and said, TBL ain't paid me when I was on the other card. We gonna be like, what? Them niggas ain't pay you. And we gonna ask about it. Like we gonna be like, yo, is this really? Because how you book?
What happened?
Yeah, how you book Hitman versus Mook and you ain't paid?
Yeah, I know you had to pay Mook. I know you paid Mook.
This is what I'm saying. So the reputation when it comes to that money shit go far. So it's like when artists are saying this, and because it's like this. Okay, if Showtime SP say Vada never gave me a dime, if I go in my Cash App and it say something different, then you can refute that right there on the spot. Like, nigga, boo-de-boo-de-boo. That's not like me and you, but I'm just saying in general, if an artist says that about a league owner, that they never did this, all I got to do is say, you said I didn't pay you till 2 weeks later? Bitch-ass nigga, my battle was on the 23rd. I paid you the 24th. Bam. Right and that's that, you know? Like a nigga
I would never say RBE did not pay me.
Right.
That's a lie.
They end that shit right there on the spot. Because there's no proof like what? The truth. You know, the truth is the proof. They can put that truth. Yo, you said that my event was the 23rd. Yep. Bam. You know, all these niggas you know how to make videos. Put a bam, my event, the 23rd. Bam, Cash App payment. The next day, and it's like, yo, now that makes him look crazy. Yeah. But when he says something and you don't have anything but a paragraph about, this bitch, and blah, 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 it's like, bro, like, they not doing this for no reason. You know what I'm saying? Like, ain't nobody out here just trying to sabotage what you got going on if they was getting taken care of. But I said too often, it's not just this league. It's a lot of leagues, they banking off the pay-per-view, they banking off the door, they banking off money that ain't made. Niggas can't get paid with money that ain't made. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's the truth. But the money ain't there, you might not want to have the event.
You might not want to.
Because it's like, it don't, because nowadays you have so much shit that go on. Pay-per-views get bootlegged. One artist might not show up. A nigga pull a head ice or some shit, you know what I mean? And then you got an event, the whole event that gets ruined. But, you know, I do think Swamp, what do you think about Swamp and John John? I think it's a good battle, though.
All right, I think the battle itself is going to be good. Angle-wise, it is going to be weird because Swamp is pretty good at making nice, funny jokes and with the Southern style. Yeah, I heard you'll be paying niggas. I'm not saying you ain't paid me, but I'm saying, nigga, it's gonna be stuff like Swamp can fuck around and make it sound funny and cool. The battle, yes, absolutely, let that happen, set that up. But I mean, if I were to be fair, you know what I'm saying, I'm not in these type situations because I'm not this type of person. This is light skinned nigga shit, and I feel like John be getting accused of doing light skinned nigga shit. And then the proof is in the pudding that the things that are happening is light-skinned niggas. Like, you can't be guilty by association if the gun is in your hand. You can't be sitting there talking about I don't be committing murders and there's blood on your shirt. All I'm saying is, John, if you have proof, show it. If you don't have proof, you can't just start pointing the finger at other people. Ain't nobody say nothing when I paid so-and-so and gave so-and-so this money. And that's not the question. The question is, sir, did you take care of this business with this person?
Yeah, I can't. Let's say back in the days before I owned a house, when I used to live in the apartment, I couldn't tell the rent man, well, nigga, I paid you in February and March. Like, what the fuck is you tripping for? It's July.
July, sir. You're 2 months behind.
Nigga, the rent man ain't never want to hear that shit. He ain't want to hear. Nigga, I gave you Christmas. I paid you twice to the security deposit when I moved in. They're not gonna hear that shit.
Man, look, I wish my landlord would hit me with the, hey man, your payments due. Look, they just killed a nigga on my block. I'm stressed. But you was at work. But I'm stressed.
They killed the nigga on the 28th. The first is still on his
Guess what? On the first, they still need that payment. I'll guarantee you the mother of that child still had to make a payment. I'm just saying.
That is absolutely true.
With all of that being said, the battle, yes. I want to talk about battles. So if this is a possible battle, yeah, but other drama stuff and goofy stuff around it, it's just entertainment and funny. We're going to talk about it, we're going to laugh about it, but other than that, if it ain't a battle that's going to be...
Well, you know, a battle that is going down is Hitman and Murda Mook. And I just want to talk about this for a second, and I'll throw it to you.
Did you watch that?
I actually did. When I told you, when I text you, and because I was out earlier, and when I text you, I mean, I had seen, this is how you know something is impactful and gaining traction, you know what I'm saying? When you see a lot of other people talking about it, you see clips start going around, you see a lot of people talking and putting stuff out there on Twitter and different things. So I seen people talking about it, and I knew I would get to it, but there's certain things that I want to watch, like home, on my own TV, you know what I'm saying?
Old school, like
focused on the I don't want to see. I didn't want to see Hitman and Mook on the phone with the headphones in. I didn't want to see it in the car while I was driving. I needed I just got, you should see my blinds. I got new blinds installed. Like they came and installed these joints, you know what I'm saying? So it makes my room like super black.
Well, you can push the button.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah, I got some new blind right now. So I was chilling, you know what I'm saying? So I'm sitting there watching the TV and I got the volume turned up and I'm watching this face off and man, I'm like, yo, shout out to D-Rec, shout out to TBL, et cetera, you know what I'm saying? D-Rec had one of the easiest jobs ever because he could ask one question and these niggas talk for 30 minutes.
Yep.
I was like, yo, he's not even getting he don't even have to, he don't have to try to make him do nothing. It ain't really and shout out to him because he did have, you know what I'm saying, his questions were really good, you know what I'm saying, the few that he could get in. Yeah. But there's no fault on him and I fuck with D-Rec, that's my man. Fault, but I agree. There's no fault, he couldn't get it in, there was no way you were cutting through this tension that was sticking in the German guard though. You was not cutting through the tension.
He was asking the question.
And it was getting cut and chopped into the
and nobody was answering.
They took his question and put he could have, you know what D-Rec should have had on the table? He should have had a paper shredder. And he should have shredded his question and just said, go, nigga. Because there was nothing. Yo, these niggas is so bullheaded that when Hitman Holla would try to change the subject, this nigga would not even want to change the subject. He was like, nope, we staying here. No, we staying here. No, how? No, how? I was like, yo, this is crazy. But what I will say is a super entertaining face-off. You know what I'm saying? If you really, I got notes too. I ain't took notes.
You had no, damn. I feel bad. I thought I was going to be over-prepared.
Nah, son.
Go ahead.
I was bugged.
Because I got my mental notes, but I'm go ahead.
Look, son. Look, shit. Look at that. I actually had notes. Okay. Yo, so the funny thing that he started off with was that he said, who headlined the biggest event in New York? You know what I'm saying? I thought, and this is just from conventional thinking, I thought the event with Iron Solomon versus Mook was the biggest, but it wasn't. It was the Hitman and them niggas on the well, it wasn't really Hitman. He was on the event though. The John battle, that event. Which Summer Man is one I'm talking about.
Oh, the first Summer Man, that's the biggest event?
Yeah, that was the biggest event.
Really? Okay, well yeah, that was Hollow and that was Hitman and Hollow.
Yeah.
And that was that's Verb and
that's Calico and Math.
Because I'm thinking Summer Madness, right?
That's Calico and Math House.
Yep.
So that was the Webster. That was the biggest one. And
really?
Then the return of Murda Mook was the second one. So
really?
Yeah. So what happened was Summer Madness 2. That was with Calico Battle Lux. Yeah.
This is one of them situations where we're talking box office numbers versus critically acclaimed.
Right, because Summer Madness 2 gets the critical acclaim.
Exactly.
Because they had no Deluxe, Harlem Hospital giving them bids.
I opened up your business book and I looked up a word. That's cool. I'm with you.
That's fine. But so let's go further. So when you think about these guys and the angle that they're taking, Murda Mook's angle is, this was a very, very strong angle that he had. I headlined every event I was on. That was tough. I've never not headlined. When you think about that, like, damn, let me really think.
I'm thinking.
He ain't never not headlined every single event that he's ever done. Now, Hitman, he goes in, he's heavy on the numbers. And obviously he's always been that way because, he can lean on that because that's where he's at. He has the numbers, he has the biggest battles, he has the box office shit. But Mook is like, you did that, but if it wasn't for me, there wouldn't be this, right? So when it comes to like bragging rights, Hitman's gonna have more bragging rights. He lives better, he's on TV for 15 years, he's made other people money, you know what I'm saying? Mook hasn't done that. I've always said Mook he's never had a league, he's never ran a business, he's never had a clothing line. You know what I'm saying? He's never had a YouTube channel, he's never had nothing business-wise over these 20 years. Can we say that Mook has had that's tangible, right?
Right.
Hitman has had multiple ventures from Wildin' Out. Then now he's got the massage joint, the trucking business, bags and bodies. You know what I'm saying? And other businesses that I know he's done before. You know what I'm saying? I don't have his whole fucking Rolodex in front of me, but I know
they'll look it up
every year he's coming with something else. You know what I'm saying? So when I say that to say this. I felt like Hitman was very engaging. I mean, people will call it emotional, but he's going to respond to everything and say. But I did like the part when he started like, I got 4 rounds right now. You know what I'm saying? I got 4 rounds. And then he actually starts rapping. I'm like, what the fuck? said, turn off these lights. My jewelry gonna still have performance
Set of night.
That was kind of cool.
All right.
Now, yo.
This is what I'm gonna say.
Go.
All right. And I can't believe I'm sitting here about to say this.
What's up, man?
Shout out to Mook, man. He clearly is, from what I'm understanding, he's also sober. Like he's or at least he's working through, you know.
They tried to get him to bet. He tried to get him to bet 100 times.
No betting. No,
he was like doing FanDuel. This nigga was trying to get him to bet.
I also understand that he might be going through therapy as well.
Okay.
Because Mook was actually the adult in this situation.
It was really level-headed.
It really, all right, I got a couple different scenarios of how I felt in this face-off. One, it felt like that argument with your spouse where they think that they got you red-handed and you know for sure all of the facts, so you just sitting there real calm, cool, and collected. Where was you at on Friday? I was at my man's crib. Oh, really? You got the number to back that up? Yeah, here you go, right here. Mm-hmm. Oh, how do I know y'all didn't come up with the story? Because he right over there. He just got off work. It felt like that. Like how it felt like Hitman had Mook number, but Mook had already got the call and he had already got all of the notes that Hitman was going to run. He's like, yeah,
you know,
all right.
I felt like, go ahead. Go ahead.
It also felt like a meeting of two gangsters, and in a sense of Mook is the mobster and Hitman's more of the YN. The conglomerate is a lot messier. It's a lot more bodies around. Like, it's evident. I'm out here getting it. Mm-hmm. Mook's sitting there saying, I don't know what happened to that man at that place at that time. All I know is that he disappeared.
Right.
It felt that type of style. Like, you kind of like to see that clash. But both of them, as Direct, who is trying to say, well, all right, well, how are you going to kill this other person? Which brings me to my final point where I say shout out to Mook. I get all of the Hitman, the millions of views, the multi different facets of businesses, the television, and he got the jewelry shining, the overcoming adversity in that same sense. That sounds good. Mm-hmm. But Mook is caveman. I'm the one who created this fire. I can make a better fire than you. Mm-hmm. That's all it is. Right. I'm a better rapper than you. You could talk. That's nice. That's amazing. That's great. And a matter of fact, I'm proud of you. Mm-hmm. I'm proud that I made that foreground, that this could just be the jumping off point for you, that you did all of this stuff, but you are right back here to create this fire with me. And when I tell you all I've been doing was working with the elements, because I was here when it was just cold outside. Woo! Woo!
All right. Yeah, that's a fact. But I want to get into two things, right? Two different aspects of the battle. Well, one point Direct made that was really well is that he said that he's seen versions of Hitman that are really lyrical and that can get busy. And it's good that when someone uses reference points that are the ones that you're thinking of, and he's referring to battles that, all right, yep, whether he's talking about the bill collector or he's talking about that battle. You know what I'm saying? He's talking about how whether Hitman can channel it up to battle on that level. So with Murda Mook, I felt like Murda Mook was on not defense per se, but he was in rebuttal mode. Because every time Hitman would have to say something that was so impactful, Murda Mook would have a rebuttal. Murda Mook would have a reply. When he said the shit about Snoop Dogg, I told him to say that. Now I don't. When he said I was a fan of you, he's like, Now move.
He did.
Your bars is whack and your lingo. I ain't Puff. I don't dance to jingles. I pop your top like a Can't Rest in Peace party art. Yeah. But I just felt like he might have been reaching a little bit, saying that he told him that. But the thing is, Mook, no matter how anybody views it, he had the most impactful moment of the whole face-off. He did. The one most singular, impactful moment was, my silence is louder than anything you've ever done. Now, whether that may be true or not doesn't matter. But how it's sold is how it's told. So look, here's how that works for me. I'm thinking from just the revisionist history. With everything that Hitman has done, made, gained, attained, seen, and became, his name is not bigger than Murda Mook's in this battle.
Not in battle rap.
You know what I'm saying? Not in battle rap. Y'all are 50-50
Adam.
Floyd Mayweather, Manny Pacquiao were regardless of who won, the first time when they battled, their names were equal power.
Yep.
Hitman Holla versus Murda Mook is even kill when it comes to name. And that's why someone's saying my silence is louder than anything you can say, because no matter what you did, now let's reverse the tape. I said Hitman had multiple business, trucking. He's battling on all these cars. He never took no breaks from battle rap. He did Wildin' Out 15 years, movies, albums, X and Y, Z, right? Murda Mook ain't done nothing.
None of that. Mook ain't even got an album, bro.
Nothing.
Not an album, bro.
I got one. When you start rapping like that, man, I'm gonna start working on part 2.
Make sure y'all start streaming that.
That's what we about to do. I got up there, and he don't. That's what I'm telling you. In 20 years, this is what I'm saying. That puts things into perspective.
Once again, this is it all sounds great.
12 songs put out. He doesn't have that.
That sounds.
I got 14. He doesn't have 12 songs
great,
put out.
But we going back to the yard. We going back,
so what
like
I'm
I said,
saying
going
is,
back
but
to
you gotta
fight.
keep what I'm saying is, right? With that, it all reverts back to this. With that being said, his name is still his name, right? So when you look at it from that standpoint, you got to take Murda Mook's last battle, him versus Arsenal, and the power and he did that with Arsenal. He don't like Hitman way more. In this battle, out of all the performances you ever seen from Mook battles, one loss, however you feel, this is the most important to him. This is the most important battle to John Ingram. Does that not mean something?
Listen. If we can actually, if we run down the tail of the tape on both sides, they are evenly matched up.
Absolutely.
When it comes to impact on return, it's always a big moment when Hitman does a battle, does an event. We can cancel out the Hitman versus Hustle with the Hitman versus Reed. With the Mook versus Reed. Once we cancel both of those out, we both have two good battles. Where it is, you have Hitman versus Easy. To me, still was a good battle, but
I got it.
Easy winning that. You know what I'm saying? So and that's.
But I got Murda Mook and Big K. I got Big K
winning that. You see what I'm saying?
But I got Big K clearing Mook more than I got Hitman getting cleared by Easy. I got Hitman winning, losing like 2-1, and I got Big K damn near 30.
We can.
But okay, it's like I said.
It's like I said. Like I said, you still gonna watch. So now the question is.
I got Ill Will.
Has hit and then not to mention, and then I had Ill Will beating Arsenal. I had Hitman beating.
But Hitman was really good in that battle.
Yeah, I'm sorry, I had Ill Will beating Hitman.
But that could be
It's also, but I had that.
But I had Mook. I had Mook beating Arsenal clear.
Yes.
But then I had Twerk beating Mook.
And come on, man. Come on.
Yeah, so
come on now. Work it out.
Yeah.
Yes, I say. So I do believe that this is an evenly matched, and that's why this face-off not only sold the battle, but the battle itself was already sold.
Absolutely.
But the face-off, to me, now, it changes a lot. Because we can talk about all of what each other has done. All right, so in the same light where Hitman has done, where he's transcended battle rap, Mook has reinvented to Hitman and how he transcended out of battle rap, or how he used it as a jumping point. Let's not forget that, Mook took a hiatus, but when Mook comes back, he reinvents that wheel. We was talking about flames. He now using butane. He's now using methane, or however else he got the blue different flames. You can make a white flame. This is Mook we're talking about here. When he came back, it was him versus Iron Solomon. Cool, we wasn't fine with that. We didn't like his performance that he did versus Reed Dollars, but he revamped it and he had a great battle versus Geechee Gotti. Then from then on, he then just kept upping it. He kept upping it from there. With the Big K battle, he kept upping it. So Mook is constantly listening and changing and reinventing himself. So when it comes to this craft and the battle itself, Mook to me seems like he is learning the most. Whereas on this side, Hitman has become a little bit more, I don't want to say delusional, but I gotta say absent-minded. I feel like the last few battles that Hitman has had, he's now in the goods realms where it's more braggadocious, where he's done this and all of that, and not, I wrote this specifically for you. You know what I'm saying? It got catty with him and Hustle, but we not talking about that. If it's him and Hitman, it's Hitman and Ill Will, that would felt more like a boxing match. If we can get that type of fire from Mook, then we can talk about an actual fight here. The real question is, who do you think is going to win this battle?
I haven't really got that far. I'm gonna be honest with you. You know, you got two different ways, because honestly, like I said, I got versions of each that I don't think would win. You know what I'm saying? Like I that's just being honest. You know what I'm saying? Do I think the version of Hitman that battle Calico would beat the version of Mook that battle Arsenal? No, I don't. Do I think the version of Mook that battle Big K will beat the version of Hitman that battle Ill Will? No. You know what I'm saying? And I can keep going back and forth. Do I think the Hitman that battle Miss Hustle beat the one that battle Rock? No. You know what I'm saying? No. So it's like it's gonna really, a lot is gonna depend on that day. Yeah. Because I've seen both have performances that could beat performances that the other one has had. You know what I'm saying? I've seen a performance from Hitman. Do I feel like the performance of Hitman versus the performance of Mook versus Twerk? No. Hitman's performance would have beat that. You know what I'm saying? So for me, I think it's really gonna rely, to me, this whole battle will really go down in the first round. The first round, a lot of Mook's battles, a lot of Hitman's battles, you can tell a lot of the direction of the first round. You see what I'm saying? Because Hitman, like, he's got to get to it. You know, this is not a battle where he's going to be able to just, you know, I got 5 condos and 2 apartments. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's not going to get really with Mook like that.
I think I can agree, but I disagree, because usually Hitman, he usually gets the first round. Mook always gets the third real talk rounds. Mook will get you that third round for Mook. It's always gonna be monumental, right? I think this battle's really gonna come down to the second round, because Hitman has to keep the same momentum that he's gonna have in that first round, and usually it is a bit of a decline in that second round. When it comes to Mook, Mook constantly writes up. So for Mook, that first round, he can let off the gas just a little bit, but he has to go full octane second and third. My fault. There is also that thing that they kind of threw out there in the face-off that I liked, where they both can have points to talk about. Like if they just have a little bit of time on an angle about, you know, Mook's house situation and the Cinnamon situation, and it's even time for each other, perfect caddy talk. How Mook can write, how all you do is perform, and this is how I ain't gotta perform, I can just write better than you, or I could do what you do better, and Hitman say I can write better than you, and I can write what you do better. I like that type of aspect, and that's how we can have a great battle.
Alright, now, what I was saying is, I think Mook has to entertain in this battle because Hitman's going to. You see what I'm saying? Like, he's going to, whether it's a small crowd, whether it's a big crowd, Hitman is gonna be electric. I think Mook has to definitely step up the intensity. I do feel like he has to be relatable, but I feel like he has to be cutthroat too and just get right into the shit like he was with Arsenal. You have to show us the difference, because people can say what they want, but when it comes to writing, Mook has never been questioned as a writer. You see what I'm saying? Like what he writes, how he writes. And one thing you'll never be able to bet on is Mook choking, stumbling, slipping. He ain't betting on that. You know what I'm saying? He ain't betting on none of that. So when it comes to someone who you know is gonna bring war, you know, if you're putting it to me right now, you know, I probably lean towards Mook. I ain't even gonna hold you, because I have to see if Hitman's gonna take his pen to that level to beat. Listen, this ain't been no Hitman and Murda Mook back and forth talk from a year ago. People been talking about Hitman and Mook battling ever since Hitman battled Arsenal. Back in the days with you know what I'm saying? Yeah. He said goodbye to everybody in the crowd. They was like, yo, Mook should have to see that nigga, yo, like that nigga Hitman nice. And when Hitman battled Surf, niggas was saying Hitman should battle Mook. So they've been saying Hitman should battle Mook for over 15 years easily. Yeah. Mook is not gonna get an opportunity to battle Hitman and then not bring that level. But then the thing is, when I flip the coin to the other side, Hitman is Hitman still. You know what I'm saying? Like,
yes,
he know what's in front of him. He know what the target is.
That line you just said was redundant, but it made the most sense. Hitman is Hitman.
That's it.
Cause even Mook knows that, cause that's what Direct asked when he said, "Well, what is it that you do like about Hitman?" He said, "I do like Hitman's aura," and Hitman felt so bothered by that. Mm-hmm. But no, that's the truth. Like, Hitman, you do have a aura about you. Mm-hmm. Ever since you were bald headed with the wife beater and the chains, you had with the low cut, with the braids, with the chains. You understand what I'm saying? You had that aura then. It's that level of intensity that Mook probably admires. Mm-hmm. And the one thing that Hitman has to admire on Mook's side is Mook's pen. Mm-hmm. Because still to this day, just like my brother always says, if it's a line that you will always remember, that means it's set in your brain. Nigga, I remember a Mook social distance line where he said niggas is mad about a certain bar and where I said it at. Nigga, the bar is wherever I said it at. Nigga said it outside of the park. He was outside chilling on the porch drinking something. So I don't want you to think that I'm on either side. I really want to see this fight. Like, now that I saw this face-off, I don't have a winner. I really now just want to see the fight.
You gotta, so when it comes to Hitman, right? When it comes to Hitman and the quote-unquote aura comment, people gotta realize that when it comes to Hitman Holla, when they all started, you know, whether it be him, Charlie Clips, back when Conceited was around, Goods was around, Verb, Rex, Mook, Lux, Surf, you know, Shotgun Suge, all these guys that K-Shine, Cortez, and everybody else that was there. You know what I'm saying? I could be naming MCs all day and all night. Hitman took it the furthest. You know what I'm saying? Hitman took it the furthest commercially. Hitman took it the furthest in battle rap. Hitman gets the most views. When Mook left, Hitman became that main event guy. Now Hitman might not have started at main event level because he's not Murda Mook, who was on the fucking DVDs. There could only be one person for that. Mook has to realize there's only one Murda Mook. So once that person has transitioned and done other things, and you know Murda Mook wasn't in battle rap. And the thing is that gets me about the Murda Mook thing is you wasn't in battle rap, but then he wasn't running no other businesses either. So it kind of was like you was stagnant. You know what I mean? Now and he had a like record deal and shit like that, but it never really went anywhere. Hitman took it to TV, took it to movie, took it to BT, took it to here, took it to there, and just continued to transcend, move on and on and on, while still being in battle rap. Still being an ambassador of battle rap, battling every couple years, battling when he wasn't on URL, coming back doing the 2-on-2 when the 2-on-2s got popping, went to RBE, took them to the pinnacle, was on RBE's biggest event, you know what I'm saying, and just continue. I mean, he was on one of the biggest events, Max Out. I think Max Out 3 was the biggest event. He wasn't on that, you know what I'm saying? But no, he was. He was on Max Out.
He was on Max Out.
Hitman was on Max Out.
Hitman was, Mook was on Divide and Conquer.
Divide and Conquer, yeah. Mook was never on a Max Out. But I'm saying Hitman continued to be on all of the biggest events moving forward. And now he's on one now.
Right. But what I was saying was, to continue what you were saying about main eventing, even though Mook said the percentage of every time I'm out, I'm the main event. Yeah, but the only time that Hitman Holla wasn't the main event was Summer Madness 2. After that.
No, there was another one.
Okay. Well, I'm about to say.
He was the main event on Summer Madness 6 when K-Shine, Tay-Rock, and Hollow the Don was the main event.
Really? Okay, because I thought it was the opposite. I thought it was the other way around. I thought.
Tay-Rock and Hollow was main event.
Yeah. See, I thought. Okay.
Hey, I don't call the shots.
You know what I'm saying? Now, if that's still the case, right? The percentage is still high 80s. like Mook was making it sound like Hitman was always low, underneath. Like he got like a low percentage because Hitman wanted to know the percentage. The actual percentage for you, Hitman, is a high 80. Usually after that, Hitman Holla was the main event.
Absolutely.
DNA versus Hitman Holla.
Absolutely.
Him and Sue Surf was the main event. I could name
Yeah, most of the other ones too.
yeah, anytime Hitman came back, he was the main event. And once he went over to RBE, Hitman wasn't on the bottom of he never went on the bottom of RBE. Not happening. So when the respect for both is just wild, but we watching them have a space fight on like, you know what I'm saying, like who got a better spaceship? Like both of y'all are in space right now. You know what I'm saying? Like y'all are above us, but I'm just here to watch the fight.
Yeah, man. So it should be good. Yeah. Like I said, shout out TBL. You know what I'm saying? They put the face off out, and I will give them shout outs for that because I do think, as you see from the reaction from all of the people talking about it, that face-offs are definitely still a good thing in battle rap, you know what I'm saying? Especially when it's energy like this. Now, maybe every battle don't need one, especially when niggas be on cards every week and they see each other last weekend. You don't want to put them in front of each other and make energy that isn't there. But